I feel like doing something a little different than what I normally do. I'm gonna review a movie this time. So I recently saw the movie Riddick, and I thought it was pretty darn good. And I know people were thinking from the trailers, it's like, oh, it's gonna be another Pitch Black, but instead of flying creatures, they're ground creatures or whatever. But it's cool because it became more than that. And I was reading a review on Fandango before I was about to schedule me seeing the movie, and someone said, you know, they thought it was going to be like Pitch Black, but in the end it became a little bit of something else. Now I will say it's weird because there are like two different like stories to the movie, possibly three. There's basically the original backstory that's from the Chronicles of Riddick with the necromanga and all that sort of. It shows its way at the beginning, and it is a direct sequel from the Chronicles. So, and you'll see that when you watch the movie. And there's a part where I think if you read into this a little bit, you'll know that he gets stranded on a planet, and basically he has to find a way of surviving on this alien world. And I'm going to say this already. The first half of the movie was the best part of the movie. The second half was like, you know, more of a typical action movie. It was like Pitch Black a little more, and I'll just leave it at that. But it was still good at that. The beginning is, you know, it's really a different thing because it just shows him surviving. And, you know, of course, on the course of doing it, he does injure himself, and he learns how to, he doesn't learn, he knows how to fix it. And this is where I really like the character in this movie, because he just proves that he's really a smart character. In Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick, you knew that he was a smart guy, and, you know, really good at like stealth combat, but there was nothing that really proved his intelligence like this movie did. So it really was a great character development movie for him, and in a way can make you appreciate the first two films a lot better. Now I was looking at was it Rotten Tomatoes, and I believe it has a 59%. I'd say that's a little underrated. And I was talking with a friend of mine that I was watching it with, and he said that he liked it more than the other two. And now that I think about it, I did like the second one better, I said at the time. But now that I think about it, I feel like this one actually is the best one, because it had decent writing, decent acting. He did as good a job as he always does. Pretty much, he just needs to act normal, and he's basically Riddick, Vin Diesel. So I don't know why I'm going over his names. You should know him anyway. But I felt like it was definitely a good character development movie for him. And honestly, I can't wait to see another movie adventure with him in it. So I don't want to go over too much of it. I want to say that the visual effects were pretty cool. I mean, they were really good, and there were a couple parts that made me go like, eh? And there's another part too that I know I'm jumping around, but I just gotta get this out here. They kind of do that like hero's journey type thing, but it's kind of mixed around a little bit. If you ever taken an English class, you should have learned about the hero's journey, how it like he begins it, and there's like he denies the call of being a hero, and then he like overcomes the obstacles at the end, and then, you know, he's victorious and he rides off into the sunset. And I'm not saying that's how the movie went, I'm just saying that it took a couple things like that, but it mixed them around a lot. So that was pretty cool. And there's this one part where there's this obstacle he needs to get past to get to, I guess you could say, the greener pastures of the planet, and you will see how he overcomes that obstacle, and you think, wow, this guy's a really smart character, and you really find respect for the whole character. And it's just really a cool and underrated film that just came out. So if you're a fan, you have seen it already, or you will. If you're kind of interested in it, you should see it, because it's got, the first half of it is something I've never seen before. Maybe it's been in a couple other movies, but not as extensively shown throughout the films, and it's a good watch. So if I could give it a rating out of my game rating system that I have, I give it a 4 out of 5. Because it's not like, I don't know, for example, it's not like Blade Runner amazing. And I will say that it is better than decent like Pitch Black was. But it's definitely 4 out of 5. So leave your comments below. You know, just ask, I don't know, ask people if what they thought about it. And maybe you'll get responses and say what you want about the movie. And I'll see you later. Alright? So take it easy and watch the movie.